Hello darlings, and welcome to another little belly dancing sort of breakdown of the basics and breaking down the isolations that we use to be able to give form to other belly dance ways of moving. Belly dance once upon a time was just something that we would do organically. It was a celebration of our body, and I think I've said this once before in one of my other videos. It was something that was kind of like a free dance, but that did center on this part of our body that does store so much of our emotion, but also stores our creativity, so things that we want to birth into the world. So as we bring our awareness, our mind, our attention, our environment to this center of our body, we also get in touch then with who we want to be in this world. We focus upon this creative source that does then define the actions that we take in this world. So we do it in a fun way. Yeah, there's all different ways of being able to access this information. Meditation is one of them. I sometimes see dance as meditation in motion because I'm in touch with my breathing, and it also gets me in touch with the interconnectedness between everything. So when I start moving this side of my body, what's happening to my other knee, what's happening to my upper body, what's happening to my foot, how does everything feel? So there's such a full-bodied awareness, and once again we're reminded about our interconnectedness within ourselves, therefore outside of ourselves. And there is no better place to dance than in nature if you can, because at the end of the day, nature is one of the most beautiful grounding tools that we would ever be able to use in our lives. It's a natural resource, and it's a natural part of our parasympathetic nervous system, and it's joyful, it's beautiful, it makes us feel good. Enough said. So we are going to work on some hip movements once again, strengthening this part of our body, bringing our awareness there, so that we can therefore give form to other extended movements to do a belly dance. But let's just start at the very, very basic. So if you've done my other belly dancing, or if you've seen my other belly dancing clip, it is about doing isolations, the 360. This one is more working on this plane right here, which actually does also represent presence in the world. So it's about being seen, heard, and valued. But firstly, feeling good about ourselves too. So I'm going to put on some music, and hopefully it works. It does. It's always a good thing, isn't it? So we're going to stand with our feet underneath our hips and just feel this groundedness underneath us, feeling our center. Feel your core, because this is what keeps us in place. This is all about balance as well. So holistic balance in life, not just about our physical balance. How do we balance everything in life? And we're going to start by just bringing awareness to our breath, breathing into our belly. We're going to pretend like we've got some sort of lever on our hip, like a rope, and it's going to be pulled up and then dropped again. So simple up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back. Now you'll all probably already feel your obliques, your hips, those muscles and those joints and those bones starting to work together to make this happen. Now I want the rest of your legs soft. All the work is coming from here, and the weight is on this other leg. So we are trusting our body. When we trust our body, we can trust other things too. Up and down. You can just come up on the toe if you want. You don't have to pull all the way up. A couple more. And down. Up and down. Other side. Get yourself ready. Give that a bit of a rub if you need to, because that might feel sore now. Up and back and up. Excuse my socks today, it's very, very cold, and so despite the rest of my body not feeling too cold, for some reason my feet still do. Body awareness, body awareness. Up and down. That lever is pulling it up and back and up and back and up and back and up and back. Beautiful. So changing directions, getting to know the flow of our body, getting to know if we do have any stagnancy somewhere. Did that hurt? Was it easy? Was one side more painful than the other, or more stiff, or whatever? It's just expanding our awareness about ourselves, and that's never a bad thing. We then know how to work with ourselves and nurture ourselves in ways that we may need to be nurtured. All right, and celebrate ourselves, of course. Now we're going to drop it. shoe. Just let that foot go. And then notice what happens to your other hip when you do that. It's a drop. So everything comes back down. Before we were heightened, now we're dropping. And drop. And you might see Millie make her 10th debut and drop. And then you just flick that foot a little bit. Flick and back. Flick and back. Flick, and you feel the stretching. This is a really great way of getting flexible. It's a really great way of stretching our muscles. Yeah, expanding our body, but gently and non-invasively. And fun. Other side. And just flick and see what happens. We don't really have to do anything else. Once we flick, if we just let ourselves go, if we just be calm, let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on. Let your body respond. So you're responding to yourself. Something happens, something changes in you. How do you respond? Do you hold on or do you let it? There's all these metaphors. Dance is one big metaphor, and I like to use that as a therapist. Drop and back, drop and back, drop and back. I'm pretty sure I hear a deer, but you shouldn't be able to charge at me because I have a gate. Alright, so how do we use those movements? What do they become? So, one movement that it can become is quite a staple movement for ballet dance, which you probably see quite a lot. Put one foot behind you, have it turned out slightly, the other one is in front on the toe, and you're just going to kick and back, kick and back, kick and back, drop and back. Do what you want with your hands. Present yourself. Present, 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 and back, flick and back, flick and back, flick and back. Simple! Just by learning some basic movements, all of a sudden you can expand your way of moving in ways that you may not have before. I'm just going to change songs for us. One moment, mother darling. Hi, baby. Other side. So, back leg is turned out. I should have said before as well, put all your weight on that back leg, so have it bent, because it's going to take all the weight. This leg is soft. This leg is doing the back leg does all the work, carries you. Allow the leg in front, just nice and gentle, no weight on that toe. You should be able to lift it and feel the strength in that quad. Quad already hurts right there. And you're just going to flick, flick, and the other hip will respond. Respond, respond. Millie is responding to the need to chase her own tail. It's her favourite thing to do. One day she'll catch it. Oh, she just caught it. How exciting. Everyone's kicking goals. Flick and back. Flick and back. Flick and back. And you once again, you might find this side a little bit trickier for me. Yeah, I have a twisted pelvis, so I feel like it's just not working, but I can see that it is. Trusting myself. Beautiful. All right. Another way that we can also use that movement that we were doing before, especially the up. Once again, weight in the back foot, leg turned out, on the toe in the middle, and it's just bump, bump, down. Up, up, down. So remember before we were practicing coming up, and a twist, twist, and down. Twist, twist, and down. So much focus now